Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. It is early here. It is 9:17. I'm not certain that I've been on live this early ever before. So we are breaking all kinds of rules here. But I just came into some information last night and then some information this morning and then literally a couple of minutes ago that I wanted to pass along to you guys. I've been up since about 4 o'clock and then finally got up out of the bed around 6. So I've been up for a while. There's no doubt about that. But there's a couple of things that I want to kind of dig into over the course of however long this live stream goes. But before we get to some of the topics at hand, I want to say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined us here at this early hour, at least here on the West Coast. Brian Perrin is in the house. Brian, it's good to see you. Alvin Burgess is in the house. Alvin, I'm not sure that I've seen your name before. Welcome to the Reggie Collects live stream. It is good to see you, my friend. Joa, my man is here. Young T. Young T sent me, I think it was Young T sent me, I think it was you, a very touching email earlier. And I am constantly touched by the stories that you guys share with me. Um, Constantly touched and also just inspired by the things that you guys choose to share about your experiences with comics. And I am always constantly reminded of just how many similarities there are among people that grow up in different parts of the world, speak different languages, have different surnames. Um, there is some commonality to some of the things that we talk about. And I am constantly inspired, constantly touched by the messages that people send me, whether it be on Instagram or email, or sometimes even direct messages. I'm sorry, text messages. I am constantly inspired, and I want to say thank you guys for continuing to inspire me to do these videos and all that kind of stuff. So thank you for that. Young T was just the latest that sent me something that actually touched my heart. So shout out to you, brother, for sharing. Getting back to what we were doing here, Marvel Joe was in the house, brother. Just talking to him a couple of moments ago on the Instagram. It's good to see you, Rye. How you doing? Tina's in the house. Daniel's here. Lost Comic Junkie, nerds versus geeks. I'm guessing there's a distinction between nerds and geeks. Brother, no. Yeah, so I am an early riser, but my children are early risers. I'm a big fan. I get up, get out, get things done. But my children like to jumpstart some of those activities. I love Sign Comics is in the house. How you doing? Grown Gamer Geek is in the house. It's good to see you. Lucky E is here. Nathan is here. Daniel's here. The Uncanny Kyle is in the house. Party Time Comics is here. It's a party, y'all. Jamil is here. Zorro, my man Zorro, how you doing? Carlos is in the house. It is good to see you guys, and I want to thank you all for spending just a little bit of your Tuesday with me. I told you guys I was going to be going live early this week, and I am holding true to those things. This is the second, I think, live stream of the week, so we're going to keep this ball rolling. So what I wanted to alert you guys to is a little bit of a scam that is actually happening right now with YouTube. And it doesn't matter whether you are a YouTuber in the sense that you put out content or you have a YouTube page for the purpose of viewing videos, commenting on videos, et cetera, et cetera. There is a scam that is making the rounds right now. I actually got this message at 4:37 a.m. this morning. 4:37 a.m. this morning, it actually came out. And the message says, hello. It says, hello. We have received a complaint that there are many spam videos on your YouTube channel, but you don't have to worry. Don't worry. We'll review your channel by our YouTube team and we'll let you know by email. In the meantime, we recommend that you do not upload new videos. Fill in the following information to reply to this email. Otherwise, if your channel is not reviewed by our YouTube team, your channel will be closed. Thank you for your patience in this process. Signed, the YouTube team. That is one of the most official emails that I have ever received from a fake account. That is a fake account, my friend. The email goes on to ask for my channel URL, my channel subject content, whether my content is copywritten, and then my channel password. Those are the four pieces of information that they wanted to know from me. So, me being the person that I am, I click to see who this came from because I want to know what your name is. And the name of the account, YouTube support, is what it shows. But when you click on it, it says yt.spam.control@mail.ru. Oh man, if this was an official message from YouTube, it'd be like, you in trouble at youtube.com. That's basically what it would have been. Or we gonna get you at youtube.com. So this is just the latest scam attempt that is floating out there that I wanted to make you guys aware of. It reads as if it's an official message, but there are some telltale signs. It says hello space comma, right, with no acknowledgement of my channel or my actual name, which of course YouTube will know. There is inconsistencies in the formatting of YouTube, right? They actually have a YouTube logo in there, which is not hard to find, but it actually has capital Y, lowercase t in one point. In another place, it actually has all lowercase YouTube. A misplaced comma here or there is also here. So it's just one of those things that jumps out at you where you're like, this doesn't seem quite right. And it's just a thing that, you sometimes have to probe and go a little bit deeper. Shout out to Joa for the super chat. He says, spam emails are the worst. And one of the questions that someone would basically ask, someone would probably say, well, why raise the flag on this? Why are these spammers doing this kind of thing? They're doing this because someone is falling for it. Someone is turning over control of their channel to these spammers who then do probably something malicious, something vulgar, something that should not be done. And they're doing it. They're constantly doing the outreach because someone falls for it. And so my thing is to at least raise the flag to say, hey, there's a scam out there. Please be aware. And it doesn't matter if you produce content or not, right? Because these people will use your channel for negative ends. So I just want people to kind of be aware of that. We Love Comics is in this house. He says they do this because they cannot find an honest way to earn a living. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen on that one? I mean, it's true. I mean, the thing is, if it's a kid, okay, maybe a kid's just having a little fun, like I used to do back in the day where I used to make the phone calls randomly to people and, is your refrigerator running and, all that kind of silly stuff. But if it's a grown person that's doing some of this stuff, get a job. Get a job. Find some stuff to do. Undead Mousie's in the house. How you doing, brother? Dennis says they sell Gibbons for $5. Oh my goodness, you guys are hilarious. It is good to see all you guys. And again, thank you guys for hanging out. A little bit of a scam alert associated with YouTube that I want everyone to be aware of so that you don't fall for this. And I think all of you guys are savvy enough to know better than to give someone the password to anything, right? I've never seen an official email from a real company that says, hey, give me your password. You might get a message that says you need to reset your password, right? To go to the site to reset it, but you will never find one that says, hey, send me your password. It's like, come on. So the second thing that I wanted to accomplish, Adrian says, curse you, China scams. Proism says these people should be embarrassed for themselves. You guys are hilarious. You guys are awesome. So the second thing that I wanted to make you guys aware of, and I think this is actually a good thing. Thank you, Chris. Chris from We Loves Comics. My man says, give this video a thumbs up. It is good to see you as always, my friend. Saw your spam letter on Instagram. Glad you are a wise man. There you go. Undead Mousy checks me out on Instagram because that's actually where I posted the thing first. I was like, let me just put this up real quick. So the second thing that I wanted to alert you guys to is if you have an addiction to comics, and if you didn't watch my video yesterday, that's where that comes from. If you have an addiction to comics and you have some cash that is burning a hole in your pocket. You might want to head over to eBay, and take advantage of the incentive program that they have in place right now. They are actually offering 13% eBay bucks in app or 8% on the website. So it's a pretty sweet deal. And I think this actually works for comics here. It basically has a 13% in app rebate right now for eBay bucks and 8% on the website. So if you have a hole that is being burned in your pocket by cash money, you may want to head over to Feebay and take advantage of this thing. You have to activate it. So I'm guessing you guys have the app installed on your phones already. I actually I will search on my computer for something because I have a bigger space in order to kind of peruse things and operate. And then I will kind of watch them, and then I'll go into the app to actually make the purchase so that I can actually get the whatever the promotional campaign is, get the most out of it. And I actually purchase through the app. So hopefully you guys are already signed up for this thing. The other thing is, if you are not yet doing the Ebates program, you definitely want to sign up for that. And then there's some links and stuff like that in the description of my video that will kind of help you guys out with that. Undead Mousy says, if I have an addiction. Oh my goodness, oh, wait a minute, hold on. So Perry Comics says, make sure everyone on Instagram has the two-step verification. Someone from Baltimore was trying to log into my IG last night. Wow, that's bananas, bro. That is bananas. Yeah, definitely you have to protect yourself out there. There's so many different passwords, there's so many different apps and websites and all this kind of stuff that you have to make sure that you protect yourself. Can't answer the phone. Nigerian princes with YouTube teams hitting up. Right, fellas, making light of the Nigerian scams that are being run out there. It is hilarious. Lost Comic Junkie says he already took advantage of it. He spent his $50 this morning. Well done, sir. And you get, what is it, 13% back. So that is not a bad way to go. TJ Slab Dragon Watson is in the house. He says, I have an addiction to comics, so I don't have any cash in this. But you have a mountain of slabs over there, sir. So I think you're okay. TJ, you are awesome, brother. It is good to see you, my friend. And yes, what is it? Zola's saying, I hope you're having a great day. I am having a very good day. It is early in the morning. I am fully caffeinated. I think if I were to cut myself right now, I would bleed cappuccino or espresso. I'm telling you right now, I have so much caffeine churning through my system that it is unbelievable. Mr. Carter, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. So very quickly, what I wanted to do in this thing was to give you guys an update on what was happening with the YouTube scam that is going on right now. So I've done that. I wanted to give you an update on the 13% eBay bucks program. So I have done that. And then the last thing, well, I have a couple of more things, but one of the next things that I wanted to hip you guys to is yesterday, I actually did a video and a live stream where I actually talked about Rob Liefeld and his comments about the demise of DC Comics. And I think people liked the video. I think people took the video the right way, that I was not criticizing Rob Liefeld, but having a discussion around, like, how things should be handled, all that kind of stuff. People seem to really like it. But as part of that conversation, one of the things that I talked about was how Rob Liefeld was basically also, in addition to predicting the demise of DC Comics, he was predicting the demise of Twitter. And in the chat, and then subsequent to the chat, someone kind of hipped me to the fact that what he might have been speaking to was actually a TV show on Netflix that talks about, I can't remember the exact terminology, but basically that I may have misinterpreted Rob's comments. And that very well could be true. Very well could be true that I absolutely did. Yeah, eBay Bucks bonus. Yeah, it's 13%. God's Best Buddy. That is a fantastic name, by the way. God's Best Buddy 69. eBay Bucks right now has been bumped to 13%. So it's normally 10% on app, 8% online. It is 13% today. So if you have some cash, you may want to head over there. The Liger King says Rob is losing his mind like Vince Mahone. Um, in order to get the 8 or the 13%, you have to spend at least 25. That's not a problem for most of us, Los. It's not a problem for most. You guys are awesome. So there was a very good chance that maybe I did misinterpret what Rob was saying. Maybe he was hearkening back to this TV show that had recently come out, and so I acknowledge that these folks could have been right. But this morning, 1 hour ago, this is what Rob had to say. He says, "Hanging it up here on Twitter, I will be exclusively at Instagram as Rob Liefeld with the blue check." So he's talking about the fact that he is now I got the official designation. You get a little blue tick or insignia after your name, I do believe. So I think that maybe my interpretation of what Rob was saying yesterday was correct. That Twitter was his burner phone, and burner phones. Shout out to the Wire, Baltimore. He, as of this morning, is doubling down on those comments that he is hanging it up on Twitter and will be exclusively on Instagram from here on out, or at least until he changes his mind later today or possibly tomorrow. So I just wanted to kind of close the loop on that. Rob's all about the money. Soon he will have a premium sneak. Period Comics, you never fail to make me laugh, brother. He says Rob's all about the money. Soon he'll have a premium Snapchat account. I'm guessing that he'll be on there, maybe waving that lightsaber, the green lightsaber, and that'll be how he gets his money out. So you guys are hilarious. Oh man. So the other thing I wanted to hip you guys to is I want to give a shout out to my brother Zorro. Zorro Comics, who I think was here in the chat a few moments ago. Zorro, if you're still here, give us a shout, brother. Zorro, he started making these really cool covers, custom comic book covers. And he was pulling images from my fitness. He was pulling images from my fitness Instagram account to create these custom images. And anytime someone has a certain amount of creativity, it captures my attention. And then of course, if they're using your likeness, that also captures your attention, right? So don't ask why they still use a burner. So Zero actually started hooking up these custom covers, and it caught my attention. And he and I were able to work out a really nice deal where he hooked me up with 3 different custom covers that I want to show you guys. I don't know what my plan is for how I want to, use these, but I think that they're really cool. So here you go. This is issue number 1, Zorro Comics Group, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder, Regie Simmons. Here you go. And this is a pretty cool thing. He says the hunt is on, comic stores beware. So this thing is actually bagged and boarded and printed, which I think is really cool. He hooked up issue number 2. This one makes me look a lot like the Blue Marvel, and I'm a fan of the Blue Marvel. Completely underrated comic. This is issue number 2 of your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder, back in blue, he says. So this is really cool. It's got my head down here, direct edition. These things are awesome. And then the last one, it's basically what is, not the Submariner, the other one. I can't even think of the DC version, but he hooked this one up. This is issue number 3, the final chapter. Still has my little face down here in the corner. This is the first printing. It says first to printing, direct edition. I'm holding the trident. This thing is pretty cool. So again, are those muscles accurate? Yeah, these are actually my photos. These are uncolor touched, non-photoshopped photos of me that he pulled off of my fitness page and then manipulated. This one was actually in a studio in Arizona. I remember this shoot. This, and that I'm holding in my hand, is actually a barbell. This one was actually taken in this is either the streets in Miami or the streets in Fort Lauderdale. I can't remember which shoot this was, but this is an actual photo of me not wearing a cape. He embellished that part. And then this one is a really cool shoot that I did. This one is actually just a white t-shirt that I was wearing in a pair of Zara pants. This one was a cool photo shoot that I also did in Arizona. So these are actual photos of me that he leveraged and turned me into a superhero. So again, shout out Aquaman. Thank you. Thank you, Liger King. So shout out to Zoro for hooking these things up. And at some point, I will come up with a plan for how I'm going to release these things because he sent me a nice stack of them back there. So at some point, I'll do something with this. Obliques on obliques, brother. I wish I still looked like that. I'm gonna have to actually get myself to a gym to start working out again. Because if I'm gonna keep saying your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder, I should probably look like one. I've been not working out, and I need to change that. Gotham City Comics says shout out to AZ. Yeah, MC, you in your future with those bad boys. You guys are awesome. So again, those are a couple of the things that I wanted to hip you guys to. Hopefully everyone was able to catch the details of most of that. If not, if you guys get a chance, just go back and watch the replay because I get into the details of this stuff relatively quickly. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me just a little bit. Remember that I have videos still coming out for the remainder of this week. They will be at 3:30 as always, Monday through Friday. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll squeeze in another live stream this week. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to make it happen. But again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out just a little bit. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at Reggie Collects on Instagram and reggiecollects@gmail.com. Take care.